I left my husband over a forgotten anniversary. Then I ran into him buying a baby crib. When I was 28, I told my husband I wanted a divorce because he forgot our anniversary. We were in our kitchen, and I had candles on the table that he didn't even notice. He went quiet, then said, "Please, can we try counseling?" But I said I was done. It wasn't really just the anniversary. For months, I'd been stacking little problems like they were proof. He left dishes in the sink. He worked late on Thursdays. He bought the wrong coffee. He didn't text back fast enough. He didn't notice when I cut my hair. My mom warned me I was being harsh and said he loved me, but I didn't listen. I was getting attention at my gym, and it went to my head. I told myself I could do better than a software guy in the same 3 hoodies who played video games on weekends. Since we had no kids, the divorce moved fast. I kept the apartment, and he moved in with his brother across town. On the day he came for his boxes, he asked one more time if I was sure. I said yes, and when the door shut, the silence felt like freedom. For a while, I acted like I'd won. I dated here and there. A personal trainer who talked non-stop about himself. A bartender who always said, "Let's just see how it goes." Nothing stuck. At first, I didn't care, because I thought I still had endless options. By 32, the options felt different. The guys who approached me didn't talk about a future. They talked about keeping things casual and showing up late. I deleted my dating apps, re-downloaded them, deleted them again. My friends stopped asking for updates because my answers were always, "Nothing serious." At 35, 3 first dates in a row ended the same way. Polite talk, an awkward hug in a parking lot, then silence. After the papers were signed, I told everyone I was fine, but I kept the apartment the same. His tall bookshelf stayed in the corner because I didn't want to lift it alone. The scratched coffee table was still there. Even the ugly lamp he bought was still plugged in, shining like nothing changed. Some nights I'd come home, drop my keys, and realize there was nobody to talk to about my day. I'd eat dinner on the couch and scroll my phone until my eyes hurt. When I finally tried therapy, I kept saying I wanted better, but I couldn't even explain what that meant without sounding shallow. I started wondering if I was the problem, not them. Then last month, during lunch at work, a coworker showed me Instagram and said, "Wait, isn't this your ex?" My stomach dropped before I even saw the screen. There he was, smiling for real. He'd remarried 2 years ago after meeting someone at an animal shelter volunteer program. She was a nurse. They'd bought a house in the neighborhood I used to dream about, the one with the weekend farmers market. In the photos, they were painting and carrying boxes, and one picture showed a half-finished room with baby stuff stacked in the corner. My coworker zoomed in and whispered, "She's pregnant." My throat went dry. A week later, around 6 p.m., I went to a store to return a package. I cut through an aisle and stopped dead. My ex was there with his wife in the baby section, comparing a white crib and a gray rocking chair. They were laughing quietly, shoulder to shoulder, like they felt safe together. He spotted me first and waved like it was normal. Before I could escape, he walked over and said my name. He introduced his wife like we were old friends. She held out her hand and said, "It's so nice to meet you," and her eyes were warm. She asked how I'd been. I panicked and lied, saying, "Great, I'm seeing someone. He works in finance." My ex smiled and said he was happy for me, like he meant it. His wife started talking about their house and the nursery. She said they were expecting a girl in August, and they wanted to paint the room yellow to keep it cheerful. While she talked, my ex put his hand on her lower back, gentle and easy, the same touch he used with me at the start. My chest tightened, and I kept staring at the exit. After 10 minutes that felt like an hour, I said I had to meet friends for dinner. I walked away too fast, pretending my phone was buzzing, praying they wouldn't notice my hands shaking. I got to my car, shut the door, and finally broke. I sobbed in the parking lot, gripping the steering wheel, because I could suddenly see what I'd done. I threw away a good man over dishes, slow replies, and one forgotten date, and now I was watching him build the life I said I wanted, just not with me. Now my friends are saying I threw him away too fast. Was I wrong?